this is it, the 99th beer. But it didn't seem right just to brew it here like a regular brew day, so I'm going to take it somewhere special. And here we are, ready for brew day. So I am here at Clawhammer Supply to brew my 99th beer in my 99th week. Thank you guys for letting me come and see this set, and actually this will be the first time I brewed on something that isn't my own equipment as well, so this is going to be fun.
It should look pretty familiar.
It does look quite familiar. Yeah, it does. I think I'm going to know what I'm doing. It's you know, it's so weird to be here because I've seen the set on a million YouTube videos, and then you get here and it's like, wow,
it's real.
It's
it's made out of wood.
This isn't
you
a green
can touch
screen.
it exactly.
This isn't actual, So we should get the water in to here. How do you get water into this thing?
Right over there.
Follow me to the tap, my good man.
Oh, look at this.
Wow. There you go. I just got done brewing down at New Belgium, and now here I am brewing with you.
What were you brewing?
We were brewing fat tire and bypassing juicy haze.
How many fat tires do you think you've brewed at this point?
Many. A whole slew, a cavalcade, more than a few.
Okay, so we are going to do 2 grams of calcium chloride, 1.5 of Epsom salt.
1.5 Epsom salt.
And then 1.2 of gypsum. So, Ross, do you find it weird, the scale difference between this homebrew stuff and, you know, professional brewing? Wouldn't this be like your water salts in the brewery?
Oh yeah, I mean way more than this. Like, it's insane, you know, here with our grain, it's like, oh, here's our little grain bill, that's so nice. You can snuggle it and hold it in one hand. And at New Belgium we do, you know, we have like super sacks of our specialty malt and then silos of our base malt. But at this scale where you can hold it in your hands and touch it and sort of cuddle it a little, I'm really stoked you brought your friend here all the way from the Low Country.
I don't normally get to do this part with professional lighting, but here goes. So the beer has an original gravity, or we're shooting for original gravity here, of 1048. In terms of what's in the grist, well, the main body of the grist is German Pilsner malt at 84%. And then into that, I'm also adding Carapils at 10% and then white wheat malt at 6%.
We've hit an hour. 60-minute mash. We're right at 60 minutes. Monster mash, dude. I'm gonna kill our pump here. So Martin, you're usually the one-man mash master.
Yes.
Exactly, you're pulling it out with the big guns. I'm gonna assist you today. You pull, I hook.
Well, you've assisted me with proper protective gear, so I feel ready.
You're one of the family, man. So you wanna pull, and I'm gonna get one hook in. All right, there it is.
Yeah.
Now.
See, I just leave it like this, and then it's kind of an angle, and maybe that helps drain.
I like your cockeye to the side method. I like.
Yeah.
You know.
So then I cockeye it even more.
Okay, you're gonna get one. Oh yeah.
This.
The big hook.
And then.
Wow.
It just drains away. The wort that is currently in the hoses, do you do anything with it, or you just leave it in there and then?
No. So Emmett is a firm believer in dumping that wort. And
Hose goes.
Yeah, hose goes.
Hose goes.
He unhooks the hose, dumps it out. I never do that. Never. Just because it's just such a small amount of liquid.
So do you just leave it in the hose, and then when you recirculate?
I just leave it in the hose.
Yeah.
We recirculate for like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Typically, and it's just like that just doesn't get boiled.
That makes sense. I go OCD and I'm like, I've got to get all of the stuff out of the hose. I put it into a bucket and then I tip it back in.
Yeah.
But it's a tiny amount, so
that's what
really,
I'm thinking,
who would
man.
have cared?
Okay, stop me if you've heard this one. How many guys does it take to unscrew a hose?
Just should do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. To me, that's
Was
not,
that worth it?
That's not worth
No.
being OCD about.
That is.
Is that one beer?
Yeah.
That
it's a
is
short pour?
10 ounces.
Almost
So,
a beer.
Not a beer.
Can I dump it? Reintroducing wort to its natural habitat.
There we go. This is actually one of the additional styles that was added to the BJCP guidelines. And what this is, I mean, yes, it's a lager, so it's going to have that sort of clean, crisp taste to it, but it's full of New Zealand hops. So we're going to be adding hops here into the boil and also at Whirlpool to really try to pull out some of those fruity flavors and aromas that you get from New Zealand hops. So using Pacific Jade as the bittering hop, so that'll go in at the start of the boil, and then we're going to add another charge of Pacific Jade in with 5 minutes to go. Then for the Whirlpool hops, well, we're going to bring the temperature down to 180 Fahrenheit and keep it there for about 20 minutes, and at that point we will be adding in our Nelson Sauvin and our Motueka, leaving that in for 20 minutes before chilling all the way down, ready for our yeast pitch. When it comes to fermenting this beer, we're actually going to split this into two 1.5 gallon batches. Half of the batch is going to stay right here in Asheville, and I'm taking the other half home in a corny keg back to Raleigh. We'll both be adding our yeasts into our own fermentation chambers, and then we'll be able to try the beer together. Well, Ross, Carl, thank you so much for having me. I've got my beer ready to go. I'm going to bring this back home, ferment it.
Congrats on finishing your challenge.
Thank you.
Unbelievable that you did it. I'm like genuinely impressed.
Yeah, we are not
No
worthy,
idea
man.
actually how you brewed, filmed, and edited 99 beers in 99 weeks, but
I don't know if impressed is the right word, or
I'm
bemused,
impressed.
or concerned.
Impressure?
But,
concerned.
Yeah, concerned is good.
but yeah, this is it. This is it, the 99th beer.
Martin,
How's it going, guys? Should we actually have a beer?
We got glasses.
we have glasses,
We're
we have
prepared.
beer.
May I pour you a beer, Kyle?
You may.
How do you like that?
Yeah.
How's yours looking then, from a sort of color and clarity appearance?
Dude, like my precious.
That is looking pretty precious.
I took a gravity reading, and this came out at 1008, so 5.25%.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna sip it, man.
Yeah.
Let's give it a try.
Smells good. Nice and fruity.
Ooh, yeah. I'm definitely getting that little fruity hop nose on it,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah, to me, I'm enjoying this. So it's quite dry, I think, clean. In terms of the hops, picking up maybe sort of white grape kind of, or white wine grapey kind of flavor, maybe a little bit of tropicalness to it.
Some Riesling vibes.
Some Riesling vibes, that's right, yeah.
Serious Riesling vibes.
It does have a pretty distinct white wine kind of character.
Dude, break out the shrimp.
Martin, you did it, man. 99.
99, yeah.
I've said this several times, but I absolutely love the concept of this. Like, it's just, what a cool concept. You brewed every single style. So much exploration went into this that I'm sure you have a much better idea of, what you're into and what you're not. And I'm sure you learned some process, tips and tricks. And
yeah, that's been the really interesting thing for me, is learning the different ways to brew and different things to try. So that's the 99th beer, but we're not quite done yet with the 99 beer challenge. Next week I have a special episode where I'm going to be recapping the whole challenge, and I've also been keeping some of the beers conditioning in the brewery for like over a year, so I'm going to be putting those out for tasting. And finally, I'm going to address the question of what happens next now the 99 challenge is done. Ross and Kyle, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for brewing this one with me. It made it really special to make this the 99th beer. And cheers.
yeah, thanks for including us,
man.
Cheers.
Cheers.